In the 48 races held at Spa between 1950 and 2015, the race winner has only started from pole position on 16 occasions. Qualifying yesterday may have set the order for today, but expect the unexpected here at the Belgian Grand Prix. As the saying goes, of course, anything can happen. And you know what? It usually does. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. Anthony Davidson is alongside me in the commentary box to take you through all the action today. Now, it's a closely matched field here in Spa, Ant, so where do you think we're going to see somebody make a difference?
If they're as close as we're expecting them to be, especially through the midfield, then being able to keep the front tyres in good condition could make the difference. You always lose a chunk of downforce at the front when you're in the turbulent air of another car, which tends to cause understeer, which in turn causes front tyre degradation. Now, too much damage there could force an early pit stop and put you at a slight disadvantage, so the drivers will want to be careful not to be too aggressive early on in the Grand Prix.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. It's Toro Rosso in pole position then. A very happy Felipe Massa starts second. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Hamilton, Kimi Raikkonen and Bottas, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Sainz and Romain Grosjean.
Welcome everybody to another round of the F1 2016 live career mode. We're at the famous track of them all, Spa-Francorchamps, and you're wondering, wasn't this on Thursday last week? We had some major issue with my PC. I don't know what was going on. The first time I experienced something called a D3D error. If you guys know what the hell that is, let me know on Twitter or in the DMs or in the comments, because I would really want to know that we don't get this one again, which really hampered what would have been a classic race here at Spa. But we're here for the second attempt, and hopefully everything is running smoothly on there. But if you missed the Thursday one, we got pole position. Only just got pole from Felipe Massa, so it's good for us there to get us where we are. So I'm going to lower that down because I know someone in the chat just mentioned that I am very loud, but I'm so excited to be back bringing this episode back to you guys. So if you're new around here, make sure to slap a subscribe on this for more F1 content. I've got a few more extra bits before I go away to Germany on Thursday, so I'm looking forward for that, and you guys are going to get some content while I'm away. Without further ado, we're going to jump onto the grid. It's a two-stop race, and this should be interesting. I've not played this game actually since last week, so this will be fun. We'll have to wait and see how it goes.
We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
But we're at Spa, one of the most famous tracks on the calendar for me, and a strong track of mine in previous F1 games, which is what we need to do. So we're going basically round the track now. We're just going to lead the pack towards the pit straight. We're going to just go for it. It's I don't know how many laps this is. It's a long one, this one. So if you guys don't know what D3D means, it's basically direct 3D. It's part of your graphics card or something like that. So I've basically lowered a lot of things down, but the game looks quite nice, so that's always a good thing. I've reset my game, restarted it and stuff, and redone my graphics, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get some form of action here and get to the end of this race, because I want to get Spa out of the way, get the European season out of the way, and focus, when I come back next week from Germany, focus on the final rounds of the championship, where from after Monza we're going to be ceasing development on the car till next season. So big moment this. We need to get a decent performance on our bag basically, and see how we go from there. So if you're new around here, make sure to slap a like on this video, and if we get, let's go for a goal today of 60 likes on this stream, it will be fantastic. We can hit that on there, and let me know in the comments below if I should cease if you guys want me to cease development after Monza, or maybe do one more race after that. So it'll be either Italy or Singapore will stop development on the car. Really the only thing we need to focus on is the downforce. I think the downforce is one of the areas that we need to focus on with this Toro Rosso. We've got the speed now, as you saw in Baku, how quick we were in a straight line. It's just the downforce is the issue that we have with this car, at the minute. So we're going to be focused on that for the remaining couple of rounds before, obviously, as mentioned, we cease trading or cease development on the car. The game's going to take away from us. And 22 that race. And we're going to head on to the grid then for the Belgian Grand Prix on pole position. And there's one little thing, and I'm going to just quickly do something because my game, the wheel, there's a bit of a glitch with my wheel at the minute, so we're going to quickly just do this. Where the force feedback's not on. So I think the force feedback's on now. It's good. As we will line up then on the grid. Here we go. For the Belgian Grand Prix, Massa in second, Hamilton fourth. The championship leader Vettel is right behind us, and my goal is to basically finish this race in the top 5. A podium would be fantastic. We missed out on that in Germany, if you guys missed that episode out, but I'll put a playlist to all the episodes, guys, in the description for you guys to check back if you are new around here and want to see my progression as we go along. Been a mixed bag of the season, and this would really kick things off to a good standard. So we are now on the grid. We go. And we're just waiting for the last couple of cars. We are ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. Here we go, lads. The revs are building. Thus, the Belgian Grand Prix is away, and it's a reasonable start there from us. Really good start, and we defend from Massa into turn 1. We're just going to just hold it there nicely into turn 1, and we get a good exit, and we hold on to the lead of the race. So we're going to jump up to Rich now and just hold on for dear life. This is, I think, the first race under the new patch as well that came out a few days ago, so I think it was a few days ago. We've got a yellow flag already. Don't know what that's for, but we've got a nice little gap then to Felipe Massa behind, so that's definitely a good start. So we're just going to take it nice and easy on the start. Try and maintain this lead. If we can, of course. So it's a 22 that race. It's one of the shortest race lengths as well of the season. So this and Monza. As we've got Massa still there with Vettel, who are starting to pull away from Hamilton a bit. So definitely what we need right now. We go through P1. Obviously, once the field spreads out, then the AI will be a lot quicker. So in traffic, not what we need, but well, in traffic is when we need to really increase the gap. Once they spread out, though, they will be slightly quicker than us, as I discovered with Ultimate AI. So in qualifying as well, as you may have seen, we wouldn't be on pole if it wasn't for a unique strategy of going out straight away because the rain came in the first few minutes of qualifying. So we absolutely smashed that. But we're going to come into the first lap. Still got a relatively good enough advantage over Massa. We just lock up the front right there. Just about get it done there. And we hold on to the lead of the race after the first lap. We still lead from Massa, from Vettel. So we have to go up to Rich now. So we need to defend now from Vettel, Massa and Hamilton, as we're going to be sitting ducks now down the Camel Straight. So it's going to be very close, this is, at the end of the Camel Straight into the chicane. Need to avoid the curve there. We don't want to be doing a Kevin Magnussen. But look at the gap we've pulled. The straight line speed. We are running a little bit less downforce than the pack, so we should be fine to defend from DRS. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We'll have to wait and see. But so far so good. Nice, relatively good gap. It's a bit of a lock up. Bit of oversteer, and we are.
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A?
Jeff wants me to change strategy already and say 2 laps. What's our tyres looking like? Nah, we'll stay out. Tyres look good. No need to pit just yet. Tyres are fine.
Copy that.
No need for an undercut, unless the guys around me pit. But we've got a nice 1.5 second cushion, which is definitely what we need, thanks to the battling of Massa and Vettel right now. So that's definitely what we need. If you guys want to know as well, you're watching this live, I will read chat in the pit stop phase because I just want to concentrate and hold on to this lead if I can, because I would love to get a first win of the season And our first podium as well. As I think Massa's going into the pits, is he? Or no, he's just made a mistake and Massa's dropped down to 4th as Hamilton and Vettel got past. So we've got DRS want to get DRS is now enabled, so definitely not what I wanted to hear. We've got a nice bit of a gap behind to the pack thanks to them battling, so we could really get our basically pace on now and just get away from them as quickly as possible. As they're going up to 40% now, the tyres. As we're pitting around this time now to lap 5. So we'll see how the tyres are coming into Blanchimont, and then we'll make the decision to pit or not. But I think for the time being, the tyres seem okay. Just being a bit conservative right now.
We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
But so far, not too bad. Through Pouon, and just see that Hamilton and Vettel are still squabbling, so this is definitely helping me right now in terms of trying to get a buffer for when they pit. If they pit now, then obviously we've got a big enough gap to hold on to the lead of the race. But as I said, the field spreads out once they finish battling. As you can see, Hamilton now up to 2nd place. So Massa's got issues, so that's probably why he lost the lead, 2nd place at the start. So we'll see how it goes. We've got a nice bit of a gap now behind. So we can probably go for one more lap. We'll go for one more lap, guys, then we'll pit. We've got a nice of a gap as Hamilton's pitting, so he's going to try and do the undercut on us. So we'll pit next time. So we're going to come back on to start another lap. So if you've got any thoughts, guys, on where I'm going to be finishing, let me know in the comments below. If we can try and hold off Hamilton here. It's going to be between me, Hamilton and Vettel for the win today. Bottas as well, potentially. He's right on the back of Vettel there, as you can see on the map. Just trying to hold on ready for dear life now with these tyres. Currently on 51% on the front left. It's all about holding on to these tyres. That's the main thing. Holding on. The only advantage I've got now is Vettel and Bottas are fighting, and hopefully Hamilton's in traffic as well. That's why you should not really pit early unless you've got that big gap behind. So we may come out here quite nicely. So we've got, what, a 3-second gap. That's definitely what we need, thanks to Bottas and Vettel there squabbling, and I think Vettel may have him here down this long bit, because the Ferrari's is the quickest car in a straight line in the whole pack, thanks to the updates and stuff. So that's definitely what we need to hear. Well, in some aspects, but we're going to be going into the pit lane now. Go into lean as well. Oh, nearly hit the wall there, didn't want that. So we'll go into the pits then.
Carlos is in the pits.
So, oh, Carlos is in the pits as well, so we may get a bit of a double shove here from Toro Rosso. Luckily, no one ahead of me is pitting, so we've got a good stop there from the team, and Sainz just gets away with it there, so he's going to come out somewhere nice. We're going to be in this train now, which is annoying. Hopefully get behind the train. Luckily, we're not too far back in it, so that's definitely what I needed to do. But we've got Pascal Verdun and Ria Haryanto, so we're in that manor sandwich right now. Obviously, these guys are on the soft tyres, and we'll need to make a pit stop. So we've got the DRS down the straight. Obviously saving a bit of fuel right now. Question is, where's Hamilton? I think there's Hamilton, so Hamilton being stuck in this traffic has kept the lead, has kept us currently in the net first place. Obviously we've got Vettel and... oh, there they pit behind, my bad. So we're going to go around the outside of Verline. And that's a good move there. Obviously their tyres are basically done right now. The soft compounds don't really last long around here. So, and Verline's coming back at us. Obviously they have got that Mercedes powered engine, so they will be quicker, but we're on the fresher tyres and we get Pouon through brilliantly. As you can see, Sainz not lost too much there as well. Forgot to mention as well. So looks like it's going to be a good day for Toro Rosso, it seems. But look at the grip we've got here over Felipe Nasr, who is on the super soft tyres, as you saw how bad they were when we pitted.
Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode for a bit.
Cheers, Jeff, for letting me know. Going to try and pass Nasr now down the inside into 130 yard. Do a Max Verstappen, maybe. Oh, you just went a bit wide there. Still side by side, we've got the move done. We finally have got it done though. And we move up to P9. So Palmer pits, which elevates us up to 8th. So we've got Fernando Alonso next.
Okay, gap ahead is 7.0 seconds.
So we'll go into the hairpin then, into turn 1. And we are 7th place at the minute. So Verline and Haryanto are actually doing me a massive favour, holding up the likes of Vettel, Hamilton and Bottas right now. So that's definitely what we need right now, is we can just cruise in lean, save a bit of fuel, and then consistently stay in standard to the end, unless the safety car decides to pop out. And then that's going to probably ruin our strategy. So definitely what we need to do right now is just save a bit of fuel now. You guys know what happened in Germany. If you've not seen it, it's in the description of the playlist, so make sure to check that out, what happened. But if you don't want to know, and I want to tell you before watching it, basically we ran out of fuel, so I don't want to have experience that again, especially around Spa, one of the crown jewel races of the season. We just go a bit wide there and we hold on to the track just about. So we've got Alonso next in the McLaren, who's being held up, it seems, on the soft tyre. I think some of these guys are on the medium or the softs now ahead of us. I don't think anyone will be on the super softs right now. That would just be suicidal, but we'll just have to wait and see. Verline doing a fantastic job holding up, I think it's Vettel, I think now, who's up into P9. I'm not too sure who's in 9th place, but I just can't see who's behind, so as we've got something going. Alonso's trying to get past Hulkenberg up ahead in the Force India. Doing a good job there in the battle between the McLarens and the Force Indias. So we've got Button as well, and we've also got another Force India. So we've got 2 McLarens and 2 Force Indias in this battle right now. And it's actually Hamilton, so Hamilton's now behind us basically, as he passed Pascal Verline. So got a lot of work to do right now. We've got plenty of fuel now. We need to keep, as long as I keep the 1.5 second buffer, I'll be happy with that over Hamilton, because we know Hamilton has got a lap older tyres than us right now, so that's going to be our saving grace right now. But we're going to stay in lean, save more fuel, as we actually get a catch up to Alonso in the McLaren, which we guys know isn't the quickest in a straight line. So we've got a nice 2.6 second buffer right now over Hamilton. Obviously you guys know pitted on lap 3, I think, or lap 2, I can't remember. He pitted earlier than us, that's what I mean. As Button's actually now up to 3rd, passing Sergio Perez in that Force India. So now it's McLaren having a Force India sandwich, so that's quite nice. Just braked a bit too late for Pouon, just pushing us a bit wide. So we come in then into this section. It's a bit of oversteer. We're getting right onto the back now. These cars will be struggling for grip right now, but they are my little guinea pigs, as they can, as I can work out how long these tyres can go for. But oh, bit of contact there of Alonso and Hulkenberg. I'm just going to stay behind them, save a bit of fuel right now behind them. I'm going to try and make a move on Alonso into the bus stop. No, just going to have to back off. Don't want any contact, but that actually gives Hamilton a sniff of passing us right now, so we lost a bit of time there, just being too cautious. So
let's try and get past in the DRS zone. Okay, distance to teammate 7.9 seconds.
Obviously that little being cautious has cost us a little bit of time to Hamilton. As you can see, is right on our trumpets right now, so he may possibly get DRS, but I'm not sure. We're going to get a nice run on Alonso here. And with the DRS, this should be an easy move, I think. 225 miles an hour, breaking into... Oh, just a bit of contact there with Alonso, just a tad wheel banging there. But we are now up to P6, with the next man being Hulkenberg in on the soft tyre as well. So these guys are 8 laps into their stint, which means we could actually possibly go on to another set of soft tyres here and get to the end as we go down the inside of Hulkenberg at the corner of no name. And hopefully now Alonso can hold up Hamilton right now. That's what I would personally like to see. As we get into the slipstream of Jenson Button and Sergio Perez. Get a bit of double slipstream after poo on. Oh, just a bit of a lock up there, nearly went to the back of Button. Not what we needed. So just get on the power. Get into that slipstream again. Oh, bit of oversteer there on the curb. Gotta be careful of that. I'm backing off here. Don't want to make any contact with Perez and Button. Button pushes Perez wide, which gives us the sniff to take both of them. And we move now into the podium positions with Grosjean leading the race with his teammate in second. So, as oh, the virtual safety car's out. Our teammate's out. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying to see. Our teammate is out of the race, which is good in a perspective, so... I'm not used to the virtual safety car right now, but... Our teammate's out, which means we'll definitely be ahead on the rival challenge. We're going to get some points for that. Just trying to get the pace going right now, but he retired at Blanchimont, so Sainz is out of the race. He was doing pretty well.
Carlos is out of the race.
So we've got to stay in that green delta right now.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
And let's go. Virtual safety car has ended. Let's roll right now. We're returning back to racing speed. So we've got 2.12 laps worth, so that's fantastic. Fuel saving right now. But what's good as well is the fact that I think Gutierrez actually and Grosjean are doing 1 stops, I think. Because I think the softs can go quite long along with the medium tyre, so I think that's what they're doing. Haas, they're doing 1 stop while we're doing 2 stops, so give them the devil they do. Good strategy call from the team, but you can see we're miles ahead of Perez now. Look at the gap we've pulled on the map. On a fresher set of the tyres. Oh, there's a bit of debris on the track there, but we're right in the back now of Gutierrez. He's just trying to get these tyres to lap 10, I think. Obviously no DRS yet, I think, under virtual safety car conditions for the first lap, so... Okay, that's fine.
Behind is 2.7 seconds.
Right into the back of Gutierrez. Bit, oh, dirty air there, guys. Had to lift through Eau Rouge. Oh, that was a scary moment. We're going to get the DRS on Gutierrez. Down the inside we go. And we're up to second place. So that's a definite thing. And Lewis Hamilton, guys, is out of the race. Big moment then. Hamilton out of the race. Our closest rival is out of the Belgian Grand Prix. And this has basically given us the chance to win this race now. That is massive right now for this race. We've got this probably in the bag if we just hopefully don't get any wheel issues or D3D error, removed device, whatever we want to call it, errors. So at the minute we will be leading this race once Grosjean pits, if he does pit, that is. But this is massive, guys. Massive, massive moment then in this race. So at the minute, I've got to say Grosjean has a chance of a podium here, guys. I think he has the pace to be on the for a podium finish here, which would be quite a remarkable achievement for Haas, considering they won last time out in, of course, when's the last race? In Austria, when they won on a one-stop strategy. So it could actually work, this call. So we'll have to wait and see. As Grosjean, I think, is in the pits. He is indeed, so he is making his final stop. As we get the fastest lap of the race, a 50.8, so very quick pace from us here on these soft tyres. I have no idea where everyone is on track right now. I have no idea. I think Alonso's in the pits. Everyone's pitting again. So we could pit right now and go on to the... We have to probably react to Grosjean right now. He will be, I think, effectively second place once everyone makes their pit stop. As Massa now sets the fastest lap. Only 8/100ths of a second quicker than us. But I'll take that. Obviously traffic playing a massive role here. So we come into the corner of a no name right now. Just a bit wide. Tyres are starting to go off. We've got yellow flags. Massa now's out of the race. So the big names are coming out, guys. We're gonna have a weird finish here. So we've got one Williams out, one Mercedes, and my teammate are out of the race. So what is going on in this one? Right now, one will be if Max Verstappen retires. That would be great because he's our rival right now in the series, in our career mode. But this will be massive for our team situation. You guys know what I mean by that. We were on the verge of getting fired at the end of this race, but this is all Ultimate AI, guys. Obviously, the times will probably be based on like being in traffic and stuff. So, as you guys know, once the field spreads out, that's when the pace of the AI, as you saw there, Massa only beating us just on pace there. But obviously, with that fast lap, he had to retire. So Gutierrez is in the pits, Button's in the pits. So we will hold on for another lap. And I think we'll probably go on to the mediums again. Vettel there, going into turn 1. So he will be, and Raikkonen as well. Both Ferraris still in this race. So we'll have to see how this goes. Remember, guys, it's not over yet, though. Now Vettel's on his own. He can really punch in some good lap times, as you may have seen in previous episodes. Take Germany, for example, as a prime one, where he managed to pull away from us, even though we were matching him in the first part of the race. He just got the pace and just absolutely floored it. So don't count Vettel out yet. He's only 7 seconds down the road, so you never know. We could be a bit aggressive on the tyres right now, and Vettel may have been consuming his, saving his tyres. So we just go wide again. So we've only got, coming up now, 10 laps to go at the line of this Belgian Grand Prix. We could be picking up our first win of the season and our first podium of the season. We'll just go a bit wide, which gives me the indication that we will pit this lap right now for a set of the medium tyres, which will definitely take us to the end of the race for sure, and conserve as well, as these have done 10 laps now, or just under 10 laps. So we definitely need to put the mediums on to get us to the end of this race. So it's going to be interesting where Grosjean comes out in all this once we pit. He could be leading the race. He could actually be in contention for the win. So we've got to see how that goes as we come then into Bronchemont then once again. And looking good so far, though. But we will be coming into the pits then for the final time in this race. Just trying to avoid the debris. Just don't want to get any punctures or retirements as we go into the pits. Got to make sure we're under 50 miles an hour, and we are indeed in. Vettel stays out. So does Raikkonen, actually. So this is an interesting call from Ferrari to stay out. So we are going to the mediums because I know the softs won't get me to the end. So what can these guys do? Not the best stop there, 2.4. Not too bad as we've got someone else. And Grosjean's gone through turn 1, so he will take the net lead of the race. So
let's get some heat into those tyres.
We're basically hunting down a Haas. So it could actually be a Haas double podium here at this point, which would really be interesting. So at the minute, once Vettel and Raikkonen pit, it will be Grosjean, myself and Gutierrez, the top 3 at the line. So we'll see how this goes, as we're going to try and hunt down Romain Grosjean now for the last 10 laps of this race and try and pick up a win. Grosjean's going for a second win of the season after winning in Austria on a remarkable one-stopper, so he could do it once again here. It's coming into the hairpin. It's long right-hander. And corner of no name. Grip tyres are absolutely beautiful now for grip. But Vettel and Raikkonen are definitely losing out here unless they're going to be going on to the soft tyres at the end. So they may go for an interesting strategy here. Basically, I've gone with the mediums just because of getting to the end for sure, definitely without any issues of tyre wear. That's why I've decided to go on to the mediums instead of the softs. I know a lot of you in the comments are mentioning that I should have pitted for softs, so I'm playing a conservative strategy here, knowing that these will get to the end fine. Obviously the pace isn't what we need to be, so we'll see how we go. We're catching up to Grosjean ever so slowly, but not too much, as Vettel is in the pits, so Raikkonen will take the lead of the race. So the question is, what tyre will Vettel be on is the question. Will he be going on to a set of mediums, or would he be going on to a set of the and he's on the, is he on the mediums? I think he's on the softs again. I'm not too sure what Vettel is on. I think he's on the softs, so Vettel's trying to go all the way on the soft tyre. So, and Vettel's actually got past Grosjean as well, interestingly enough. So, not Grosjean, Gutierrez. So, Vettel now leads the race on the soft tyre. Not Vettel, Grosjean still leads, technically net first, with me in second. Vettel now on the soft tyre, behind us in third place. So Vettel's called it absolutely spot on for a set of the softs right now. So definitely a call done right there by the Ferrari strategists. So, but obviously Vettel's tyres will go quicker, will degrade quicker than ours. So we've got to think about that as well, guys. So it's going to be very close. This is, I think, at the end of the race. Vettel will obviously be quicker at this point, but near the end we will be quicker than him as his tyres degrade. We've got a nice buffer anyway of a gap. We just don't want to be behind Grosjean for too long. Obviously he's in the Haas and somewhat in the mid-table in terms of development upgrades, so something we need to think about as well. Bit of oversteer. So the gap now is 4.7, so Vettel half a second quicker than us, but we're going to stay in rich for quite a bit. As you can see, we've got plenty of fuel under our belts, and we're going to get a beautiful on Grosjean here. But we're just going to stay behind him, so we get the DRS for the main straight. Try and do a switch back on him here. Let's get a good exit. Down the inside of Grosjean into turn 1 as Raikkonen pits from the lead of the race. Give Grosjean some room there. Just a bit of wheel spin, and Grosjean holds on then. So good driving there from Romain Grosjean, but we'll have the DRS. Up Rouge, just going to lift through here, don't want to make any contact. Obviously we've got dirty air as well, but we're going to get a beautiful exit. Round the outside we go on Grosjean, just about, just a bit of squeezing there from the Frenchman, but we get through, and we take back the lead of the race. And that's not one to hear as well. Getting really frustrated with Toro Rosso with their engine issues, so with the lack of power, so definitely not what we needed right now. We just need to really build a gap now to Grosjean, and hopefully he can hold up Vettel on those soft compound tyres. So it's gone a bit wide though, which brings Grosjean back into the frame. He had a very good exit out of the corner of no name. We're through Pouon. Getting that dirty air from him there, so definitely what we need. But props to Grosjean, I've got to say. So far, he's pulling off a well of a strategy. He could finish third at lowest if no issues happen. So we've only got 7 and a bit laps to go in this race. Just go a bit wide there, but we're starting to pull away from Grosjean now. We go up to Rich just to try and get away from the, just to help us, just in case of DRS for the main straight and the camel straight. Coming then into the bus stop. You can hear that Ferrari engine of Vettel, so it's a Ferrari engine powered 1-2-3, but the 2015 spec is leading it, so just something to show there, guys. So as Vettel's now set to 50.1, so he's only 3 tenths quicker than our fastest lap right now, but as you can see, he's just going through turn 1. So we've got a good enough gap. Grosjean will have DRS on us, unfortunately. As we go up the hill then, down the Camel Straight, and look at the gap we've got, so we're perfectly fine to defend from Grosjean as he's starting to struggle a bit. As we go purple in the first sector, but that gap to Vettel down to 2.3 seconds now.
We're expecting light rain to arrive within 15 minutes.
And that's going to spice things even up anymore. We've got rain in 15 minutes. I don't think it's going to come and force us into pitting for a set of intermediates, but it may come on the last lap, so that'll be interesting to spice things up a bit. Come then round Pouon we go to near the end of the final, the middle sector, sorry. Hopefully Grosjean can do me a favour here and hold up Vettel. That would just be the amazing favour. As we come through, what's the gap now? 2.2, and it's 3 seconds covers me and Vettel. Vettel now under a second, so he's going to get DRS, unfortunately, on Grosjean when it comes to the next lap, which is definitely not what I wanted to see on that timing screen, but we'll see. But if we get this wrong, then I'm blaming Jeff for on there. So Vettel then only 2.3 seconds behind us, so he's actually gained quite a bit on us in this last sector. Raikkonen now set to 49.8, so they are hunting us down, both Ferraris on me and Grosjean on the medium tyres. So we've got to give Ferrari the definite call of the day, going onto the softs instead of the mediums, as Vettel's right on the back of Grosjean. We're going to see if we can just see if he's going to make the move. He's going round the outside and gets it done, does Vettel, and moves up to second. So now it's defending call now. We've got 6 laps to hold Vettel, who is on the softer tyre than us, but just checking our tyre wear, not too bad. Can really push a bit more than we should do, but just hope Vettel can hold off. We can hold off Vettel on those on the medium tyres compared to his softs, but he looks pretty strong in this middle sector, so not what I wanted to see on there. But you can see Grosjean there starting to lose a bit of time, so he could even be off the podium if Raikkonen catches him up. So I'm hoping Grosjean gets on the podium because he definitely deserves it. We go a bit wide there, but we're slow enough to avoid a warning from the stewards for track limits, so definitely what we need to see. But the gap now is 1.4 seconds right now, so he's catching us up now, but the clouds are starting to build now, as you can see on the top of your screen, so maybe the rain is coming very quickly, so I may have to check with Jeff in a minute. Not yet, of course, because we've still got a battle on our hands right now. We're going to try and defend from Vettel now, as we've only got now 5 laps to go with this Belgian Grand Prix. You can just see that, and where's Raikkonen in all of this? He's not even there yet, so I think Grosjean could be alright actually. Once the tyres start to go off in that Ferrari, I think Grosjean may be safe, but this is going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be very close, this. We tried doing this with Hamilton in Germany. It didn't really work out for a podium finish, but this is for the win right now. As you can just see, we luckily still got no DRS from Vettel, which is fantastic. Down to third just to get the car turned in a bit more easy. Keep it in 4th gear. Then short shift up to 5th, just to avoid the wheel spin on exit. Drop it down to 3rd. Just a bit wide, but we short shift back up to 3rd. Corner of no name, absolutely spot on there. Just a bit of oversteer. And really keep the gap the same to Vettel, so that's definitely what we need right now as we go into Pouon. Short shift down to 5, but up to 6. Just keeps the car stable, and we got that through nicely, lovely jubbly. through the little tight chicane section. The gap was 1.4 at this point last lap. At this same sector, what's the gap going to be right now? We'll see on our screen, 1.8 seconds. So we're doing better than we did last lap. So that's, I think, a definite good sign. I'm just going to check the fuel as well. 1.49 laps. So we've got 5 laps of fuel remaining. So we are a lap basically ahead on fuel, which is definitely where I need to be right now. So once the tyres on Vettel's softs go off the cliff, we'll go to standard. But the clouds are building and it's going to get a bit overcast, guys, at the end of this race. So you never know what's going to happen. So we come into turn 1. We've only got 4 laps to go then of this Belgian Grand Prix. Vettel's still with us at the minute. Grosjean is still ahead of Raikkonen. So who do you guys think will be the podium? Let me know in the comments below right now. Who is going to be your predicted top 3 finish? Would it be me, the candidates are myself, Vettel, Raikkonen and Grosjean? Who will be your top 3 come end of the race? Let me know in the comments right now who you want is your top 3 come checkered flag in this race. But we've got rain in the air, which I'm going to double check from Jeff right now and see when the rain is expected to drop. Hopefully it won't be in the next 5 minutes, because that would definitely do me a massive favour. Because I don't want to drive in wet conditions on dry tyres.
Light rain to arrive in around 10 minutes time.
Luckily it's 10 minutes, so we should be fine to get to the end with no issues whatsoever, but we'll see how it goes. Just being very cautious there. Vettel, I can see on the map, is getting ever closer. Ever closer. We're being a bit cautious, but I am doing so just to save a bit of tyre wear. As you can see, the back end slides out as the conditions, the track temperature is changing all the time right now. So this is definitely what I did not want. The softs may be the quicker tyre in these sort of conditions right now. So this could be playing back into Vettel's hands, but we'll see how we go with 3 laps to go. As we come across the bus stop chicane once again, Vettel all over the back of us. Definitely a sight I did not want to see at all in this race. But 3 laps to go then, and the gap is now under a second, so I'm kind of worried right now if we can hold off Vettel for 3 laps. We'll have to see. We need a good exit out of the corner, but look at that, look at the traction he's got out of that corner. He's right on the back of us right now. So here he comes then. Up Eau Rouge we go, trying to get him some dirty air, but he's still got the speed. We're going to hold it around the out. He's going for the outside move like he did on Grosjean, trying to get as much slipstream as possible. We're going to try and do a lunge into this corner, but just can't do it. And Vettel takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix, and I think it's game over for us right now. But I've got to hope and pray Vettel's tyres go off the cliff right now. But Vettel in that very strong Ferrari, as you can see, he's losing grip in this section here than we do, so that could be a massive factor right now. Got 3 laps of fuel to go, but if we don't win this race, then it's just basically down on strategy call. But Jeff called it for mediums, so I'm not really... I will take Jeff's decisions, but a podium finish though, guys, in a Toro Rosso for me. It'll be the first podium of the season, but it will show us that we have got potential pace to fight with the leaders. So we'll have to see how we go on throughout the rest of the season. Shouldn't have gone to 3rd there, if I'm honest, but Vettel's got the grip at the minute. But remember, he is on the softs, and obviously you guys saw anything more than 8 laps on softs, and it's just basically torture on your tyres. But we're getting some slipstream then from Vettel right about now, so we're catching him back up again. So we're going to get DRS once again right on the back of him there. Get back into the slipstream. Vettel sets a 49.6. Just lock up at turn 1. Still in the slipstream. So we've got 2 laps to go then in this race. We have got the slipstream from Vettel, but will we pass him with DRS? That's the question. Getting a lot of dirty air through Eau Rouge. We're building that gap ever closer. DRS is activated, and here we go. Back past Vettel. Down the straight we go, and we take back the lead of the race just about there. And oh, and he spun it actually on the curb. He lost it on the curb, and he is absolutely lost it there. So Vettel making a massive mistake, gave him plenty of room. He just went on the curb, put the power down, just spun it. Didn't get any contact with him there whatsoever, and he's just basically blown it there for a chance on a podium finish. So gave him plenty of room, but I was clear on the relative, and that just happened. So that is basically the race over and done with for Vettel and chance of a podium, but massively for the championship as well, because I think Raikkonen can gain a massive chunk of points on his teammate. But all we can do now is just get to the end of this race right now and hold him off. But I know a lot of you will probably say I'm scripting or whatever, but that is definitely not scripting. I'm sorry, but massive moment then of that race. So I don't know if he tapped my... some people are saying he tapped my rear. I'm not too sure. If someone could let me know in the comments below once this is published, then I would love to see. I might have to watch it again, but from what I saw on a quick glance, I thought he went on the curb and just lost it. But we'll have to wait and see from what you guys say at the end of the race. But
Some information on NASA. It seems they fixed whatever the problem was. They're coming back up to speed.
so NASA's got his thing on. But we're on to the last lap then of this race. It is very overcast right now with rain coming in 5 minutes, so it could rain on this last lap of this race. But Grosjean is looked certain to be on the podium, which is a fantastic achievement on a one-stopper that we have done right now. But we were lucky there that Vettel should have really backed off there if he had a chance. But if you guys say he tapped the rear of my left rear, then that's his fault really. He should have backed off. But Raikkonen's the next man I've got to worry about. He's 4 seconds behind. He's gained a chunk load of time right now. But we're going to go up to standard. I think we'll be fine on the fuel we have. But we're coming then into the corner of no name, coming up to it now for the final time of this race. Are we going to pull off what will be our first win of the season and our first podium as well? It's going to be very close between me and Raikkonen. Now, Raikkonen's obviously got a fresher set of tyres, but we're just struggling now for grip in these conditions, these overcast conditions, so it may be suitable for the softs and the super softs right now. So we are definitely starting to struggle now. So Raikkonen could still win this race if we're struggling like this right now. We're coming then into the start of the final sector for the final time we go. What's the gap between me and Raikkonen at this point? It's 4.2 seconds. It's now down to 2.7. So we're losing 1.5 seconds on Raikkonen. But we're going to come to Blanchimont for the final time in this race and the bus stop. If this was another lap, Raikkonen would most certainly win this race in these conditions. But coming to the bus stop for the final time. Are we going to pull this off? I think we will, just about. And from the dismal races we've had so far this season, we're going to pull off our first win of the season at Spa. We win the Belgian Grand Prix. A fantastic performance there from the boys in the garage. And we pick up our first win of this season. A fantastic drive there. Absolutely stoked with that.
A great win then for the Toro Rosso team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And look at this, they're coming out now. Toro Rosso have developed something of a reputation for forging exciting talent, and we can see that here. An incredible victory.
So there you go, boys. There is us with the winner's trophy at Spa. And guess what, guys? No penalties as well. Massive shot, guys. And my first win on Ultimate AI as well. Absolutely stoked with that as well. Very happy with that. Grosjean gets a podium. He's my driver of the day on there. But let's see what Crofty and Anthony Davidson think right now.
And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Sebastian Vettel, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I'm going to say Jenson Button. People always say he's a really smooth driver, but as he's shown here today, that's not at the expense of speed or overtaking skill.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. It was also a strong Grand Prix from Haas F1 this weekend. Fantastic work from the American team to move themselves further up the table. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.
So here are the results then for the Belgian Grand Prix. We win by 2 seconds from Raikkonen. Grosjean for me gets driver of the day for his excellent strategy call which got him 3rd place, with Vettel with the contact with myself in 4th, with Rosberg 5th, Jenson Button 6th, Gutierrez 7th, who was in 3rd at one point, Verstappen 8th, which is definitely massive for the rival championship with him, Alonso 9th, and Hulkenberg completes the top 10. With the retirements from this race, big names as well, Massa, Hamilton, and our teammate retire, unfortunately. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to move on to the Drivers' Championship, and we move up to 7th place. So that's fantastic there from us. And we're only 6 points behind Max Verstappen as well, which is definitely where we need to be come end of the season. And we're now ahead of Sainz as well. So it's been a very productive day, I've got to say, on there. And in the Constructors, we're still P4, but we're now around 52 points ahead now of our nearest rivals, Williams, at this point. So that's definitely in Haas move up 2 places to 6th from 8th as well. So very good there, I've got to say. I'm very chuffed with that. Now we're going to head now. If you want to see the replay of that one, guys, you need to just basically scroll back, because I can't do it now because this is obviously for YouTube. So if you want to watch it back, you need to do it then on there. But this is what I need to see, resource points, because we're going to get a bit of an upgrade here. So we'll have to wait and see. As we've got 991 resource points, definitely what we need, and the rival there. And Magnus is definitely saying I did that, but yeah, watch the mirror basically. But Magnus, you just see it, and you'll just basically, yeah, as Nick's pointing out in the chat, you can say all you want, mate, but watch it back. So we'll see. But this is definitely what I want to see. Guys, we're out of the red. We're in the green for the first time this season. We're up to 6 on there, so we could see it again. So I'll leave you guys if you think I crashed it deliberately on there. So we'll see anyway. But before we end the episode, guys, I'm going to be doing an upgrade for you guys right now. And you guys know which I'm going for. You know what I'm going for. We are going for the front wing cascades for the next round at Monza, which is definitely what we need. So a bit of a massive upgrade for us, but definitely needed as well. So obviously I'm going to leave it there now, guys. So thank you very much for watching this. I know it's a bit early, but I had to do it, otherwise there won't be any videos on the channel today. But the next episode at Monza will be out on Thursday, live on YouTube, around about, it's going to be an early one because I'm going to Germany, unfortunately. So it will be around about 11 o'clock, half 11 UK time, will be the next episode of the career mode. It is early, I do apologise, but I am going to Germany around 2 o'clock, so I've got to get stuff packed and stuff like that. So, and yeah, so I'm going to end it there, guys. So make sure to like this video and subscribe if you aren't ready for more F1 content. We're close to 10,000 subscribers now. Let's see if we can get there, guys, as soon as possible, and let's hit a goal of 60 likes on this video. But until then, have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll see you guys on Thursday for the next episode of Career Mode. But a new video will be out tomorrow, so hope you guys are looking forward to that. Until then, have a great day, guys, and see you soon. Have a good day, guys. See you later.